All right, let's bring you this now. Commuters have a challenging morning ahead. This as they try to get to work following a weekend marked by violence. Rea Vaya and Gautrain services have been suspended. But my colleague Khumalo is on the ground following how this and the possible suspension of other transport services will impact commuters this morning. Kaya, good morning to you. What's happening on the ground just in terms of commuters? Are they stranded? Is there transport? We spoke to Santako earlier on saying that, individual taxi operators, reserve the right to have their taxis moving or not today. But from a perspective of buses, as well as the Gautrain, where do they stand?
Well, that's right, Dumela. That's a very good day for the commuters in the economic hub. So where we are standing, actually, it's quite a very important location. It's just by Rea Vaya bus station. So usually it will be teeming with passengers, but today it's a very different day. So Rea Vaya remains suspended in light of the protests that you've seen. But also, most importantly, this is a very significant location. It's also not far from the Gautrain as well. So Park Station precinct as well remains shut down in light of the protest. So the Johannesburg to Rosebank line as well is not available. So surely this is really going to affect commuters, but also most importantly, Metro Rail as well has suspended its services as well. So everybody's trying to protect their infrastructure given the very gravity of the situation. And most importantly, when we reached out to the taxi commuters and the taxi operators, they told us that at this point they'll be operating, so they'll be guided by the circumstances on the ground, guiding them throughout today here in Gauteng.
With that being said, Kaya, what are commuters saying? Have you had a chance to speak to them? And I'm asking this because usually when there are protests, and I've seen the hashtag Gauteng shut down, KZN shut down, South Africa shut down, sometimes commuters can be intimidated from going to work by some protesters. I also saw a poster or a flyer, I'm not sure if it's verified, saying that nobody should go to work, so that people are more so in solidarity. But what are they saying? Do they feel safe to actually still commute?
Well, look, it's a massive challenge for the commuters. A lot of them really are scrambling around trying to get alternative routes and, means of transportation so that they're able to get to work. So it is a great deal of concern for them. But most importantly, a lot of them really, they are saying, they do understand that a lot is happening in the country. Others are really playing it safe. But then you do have those who are quite determined, especially because some taxis where we are, they are still operating. So thank God for that. But most importantly, we're still awaiting for the South African police service as well to just give us a sense in terms of overnight. We do understand that, of course, some areas around Ekurhuleni and some of the traditional hotspots like Jeppes Town and Hillbrow were affected last night. But of course, the police are still consolidating the reports. We'll be getting a comprehensive picture as to what's going to be their plans during the course of today.
All right, colleague, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Rea Khumalo. Just on the ground, assessing commuters who just understandably been stranded right now from some of the decisions that Rea Vaya, the likes of Gautrain, having suspended, obviously, their services at this time, Gareth, but also saying that there are few taxis operating right now, which might be of assistance at this stage.
Yeah, so off the back of the violence we saw this weekend, this is now the knock-on effect, that while we saw the dramatic burning and looting of stores and roads being badly damaged, this is the knock-on effect. Come Monday morning, people who have nothing to do with these protests are now being impacted because they can't get to work because taxis might not want to operate. Rea Vaya, we know, is a problem. Routes have been disrupted as well. So that's the kind of issues we're dealing with. We're going to try and help you make sense of it as best we can. Obviously, there's a lot happening around the country. That's just Gauteng. We saw what was happening in KZN as well on major highways. We'll be finding out what's happening there later for you as well.